How on earth has The Division 2 been out for 5 years? Is it just me, or ever since around about the COVID era time in 2020, time just seems to be going by incredibly quickly? That aside, however, I was a big fan of the first Division. I did not play the first when it launched. I played it much later when it had all the content, and I had an absolute whale of a time and think it's a really good game, even now, to this day, being able to play it. And with The Division 2, it launched incredibly well, and then just kind of, I don't know, there just seemed to be not enough coming out from Ubisoft. However, I put about 50, 60 hours into the game, which is nothing compared to what a lot of other people and a lot of other YouTubers have put in. I get that, that's fine, but I play a wide variety of games, as you can tell from my channel. So, I decided to hop back on this year, at the beginning of this year in 2024. A couple of friends of mine picking it back up again as well, because I do enjoy the gameplay loop, and I just wanted to see if it was still active or if people still played it and what was coming. And I had no idea that it was still very popular. There's still a very high player base. If you want to do a raid or an activity with somebody, you get matched with people very, very quickly, like sometimes instantaneously, which is really, really good for a multiplayer game, of course. And just pulling up the map, just look at the amount of stuff that you can do. Now, bearing in mind, this is Endgame. I have completed the game and the Warlords of New York DLC. I did that years ago. So this is just everything I've got to do, and it's raids, and I've done a couple of those, and just grinding for that endgame gear. There's a new roguelike mode, which I haven't given a whirl yet, but I will do. I'm going to be making a couple of Let's Play videos of the game, just of me getting back into it. I am no Division pro. There are some people out there who have all of the details on what's coming, but even there's a roadmap for 2024, including season, it says year 5 season 3, but then year 6 season 1, and then year 6 season 2, and there's new manhunts and apparel events, and then next year there's new story DLC coming as well, which is quite exciting. So for 2025 they're actually bringing out another expansion. I think that's great. I think you should do that instead of making a Division 3. Do not make a Division 3. You didn't even need to make a Division 2. You could have just made this Washington map and added it as a DLC to the first Division. There's no way that you have to get rid of things. I don't know what they're doing behind the scenes, but then I'm not a game developer, so I don't quite know how it works. But the point being, there is a lot of content in the Division 2 for you to sink your teeth in. If you are thinking of picking it up, pick up the complete edition of it with all the DLC, and if you're liking the gameplay you're seeing, and if you watch some other videos, obviously always educate yourself on a game before you make a purchase, because money does not grow on trees. However, you can pick this game up dirt cheap pretty much all the time, and it still looks really good, still plays really well with the cover mechanics and all the different loot that you can get, and you can upgrade various weapons, and you can gather all different types of materials in order to craft and get better rolls on things. There is still PvP, there's PvE, you can go into the dark zone, which is PvPvE. That's a lot of abbreviation. But there's so much to do. There's control points, there's incursions, there's a couple of raids, there's the new roguelike mode, there's a tower which you can go and fight through all the different floors to see how high you can get. There's the Warlords of New York expansion, there's the Coney Hill stuff, which as you can see from the map I haven't even done yet. There's side quests, there's things to find, weapons to find, crates to find. This is a damn good game. I said it years ago. I still thought it was a great game then. It's still a really good game now, and I'm looking forward to just regularly playing through it. I'm not going to sweat it out or min-max it at all. I'm just going to play it recreationally and have fun with it, and that's all I want from games these days, is to just have fun, especially as a lot of more modern games are being released and are kind of meh. And unfortunately, that's the era we're in. Don't get me wrong, there are some stunning games on the horizon, like Final Fantasy Rebirth. I cannot wait for that. Final Fantasy VII is my all-time favourite game, the original one from PS1 back in the day. That is my jam. But and there's a couple of others coming out towards the end of the year as well, but I'll talk about those at a much later date. But the Division 2 is still 100% worth it in 2024, and just kicks all kinds of ass for what it is. It is a really good looter shooter. You can purchase battle passes if you so choose. I don't, but you can if you want to. There's a lot of customization that you can unlock with it, and it's just all superficial. It's not pay to win, so that's always a plus. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and let me know in the comments down below what you think of The Division 2.